I would like to take this opportunity and I would like to introduce Dr. Panchanatham to everybody. You would be, either you would already know him. He is a very well-known person in the teaching and the teacher education community. But then, I recently got introduced to Dr. Panchanatham, I think maybe a month ago. And the more I read about him, the more impressed I am. In fact, so 3 weeks ago, when you shared your profile with me and the number of degrees and the number of qualifications that you've had, me and my team, we actually kept discussing that, even if somebody just spends 15 minutes with you for a cup of tea, they would learn so much from you, because of the knowledge that you've acquired over the last so many years and the experiences that you've had, right from your work experience to your qualifications to your degrees. Every single thing it just makes you the best person to guide teachers to have a fruitful career, that they can be successful in their life. So I would love to welcome you to this masterclass, sir. And coming to the TETs, the topic at hand today, and thank you, sir, again for sharing that 2011 it's not just India that one fine day said that let's start these exams for teachers. No, it's a world over phenomena wherein the world decided that teachers, the entry into the teaching profession needs to be quality assured, if I'm using the right word, right? Only the quality people should be reaching the end classroom, and that quality needs to be defined. In fact, I hope you all know that under National Education Policy 2020, India is also developing national professional standards of teachers, which will be a completely new document on what would be the right skill set for a quality teacher, which will be defined by National Council of Teacher Education. So this quality and these TETs and everything is coming out of a requirement, is coming out of a need which is global. It is not Indian government which is deciding everything, but then Indian government is trying to implement it in the right way so that everybody can, focus and everybody can move towards the right direction. So Dr. Panchanatham just shared with us that, that's how TETs came in, and then there were state TETs, and then there were central TETs, and so many things other than that. So, sir, you shared that, TETs are more like a means to an end, a means to get good teachers in the classroom, right? So for that, TETs have to be the ones which are defining the right skills for the teachers. So, sir, you must have seen so many TET exams over the last so many years. Teachers would have come to you to share their thoughts, their ideas. Any particular area of TET, any particular exam, whether it is the child development or psychology, or whether it is the language examination that happens under the TET, if you could share what is that one thing, that one area that should be non-negotiable for a teacher when they are going through their B.Eds or going through their M.Eds, when they're learning, that's one area that they should, that they should always focus on during their qualifications, that will make them better teachers. And that would also help them in clearing their TETs. So any one area from their, qualifications, from their bachelor's and master's in education that a teacher should be focusing on, while they should be, of course, focusing on everything that they're learning. But one area which should be a focus that will always keep them ahead of technology, ahead of artificial intelligence, ahead of these robots coming into the classroom. What should the teachers be more focused on?
Yes, Mr. Rishabh, as rightly said, there are so many areas for a teacher like me. Restricting to one area, 2 areas is a tough job. But still, we should have copious general information. There should be clever enough in all the areas of the syllabus, only then. But still, skill teaching pedagogy, pedagogy, blended curriculum, if they are strong enough, the success is very much assured. Because I can say, sorry to say, that some of the students, the preparation, they know to their conscience that it's not up to the mark. That means the preparation, I remember when I joined as a teacher, my professor used to say, for 1 hour teaching, you have to prepare 3 hours.
Oh,
3 hours.
Agreed.
I used to ask my teacher, why, sir, this is the same subject. 5 plus 5 is equal to 10. I know thoroughly. Why should I spend 3 hours? Then he will ask, Panchanatham, that is not preparation. Knowing the subject, one side. Another side, for today's children, how you are going to present the pedagogy, for which do you have skill? Do you have skill, teaching skill, understanding students' psychology? How will you take this? Also, it is true that I remember 40 years ago when I was doing my B.Ed classes, I was taken to a small village in a school for the teaching practice. Every day I have to go and observe how the teacher is teaching. I remember no internet, no telephone, no mobile, nothing 40 years ago. A child is asking a teacher in Tamil medium school, a child is asking his teacher, teacher, what is ocean? What is sea? Ocean. How the ocean will be? Now the teacher will take a mobile phone, he will put switch on something. She will show ocean,
Sure.
one more button, even water will come out. Now the technology is like that. But 40 years ago, in a small village, first standard, second standard, third standard, all of them in one class, single teacher, single class, single roof, everything. I was just worrying how the teacher is going to, she's only some 10th standard plus diploma in teacher training. She, for my surprise, I remember 40 years ago, she took a small vessel and filled water and asked the child, do you see more water? Yes. Then bigger vessel, filled water. Do you see more water now? For the small child, yes, teacher, more water. Then afternoon meal scheme. Big vessel was there, white color, this bed. Then full of water, boys, they filled. Now, do you see more water? Yes, miss. Yes, miss. Teacher, more water. The more water you are seeing the edge. Yes, miss. Just to dream that there is no edge. Only water, only water. Yes, I am dreaming only water, only water. That is ocean. That is sea. That is how sea will be there. You see that in Tamil, we have a proverb, Vallavanukku pullum maayudam. If you are an able person, with the available resources, wonders can be done. 40 years ago, a diploma teacher, trained teacher was able to prove what is ocean or a sea to a small girl of 6 years, 5 years old in a village school. So creativity, the subject, you see, if you are thorough, if you know what is sea, if you know what is ocean, then automatically wonderful skills, pedagogies. There are 158 methods to teach the subject. There are pedagogies or 158. Case study is a method. Lecture is a method. Games are methods. Then you have art, drama, field experience, experiential learning, question and answer. There are so many, group discussion, so many methods, pedagogies are there. So many innovations are going on Google. If you just to type, there are 150 methods of teaching learning process is there. Again, in every method, in every pedagogy, if you take management games, in every game, you see there are again so many new games are coming out now. Teachers, they think how to prove the leadership, to get the leadership skill. What game can be given? This Mr. Rishabh is giving this game. Another person is giving different name, different game. So innovation. That is how more focus on the curriculum, thorough knowledge. If you have thorough knowledge, automatically you will talk more about student psychology, child development, pedagogy, skill, and all those things for which I'm happily remembering that our honorable former Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru ji, whenever he travels, he was traveling always with a book, reading. Honorable former Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Mr. Anna, he requested doctors to postpone the operation to be held today to tomorrow because the last 15 pages are there, the book he was reading. So he completed it today and next day he had his operation. Bhagat Singh, tomorrow morning, he is going to be hanged. Just before 5 minutes of his hanging, he was reading. That is how there are so many examples that how teachers should thoroughly read. So you must be really master. Then all subjects, curriculum related to B.Ed, M.Ed, plus this TET. That should be, if the teacher repeatedly reads, understands, discusses, dreams, thinks, prepares, I think that any tough exam will be an easy cakewalk for such teachers. This is a small presentation. I hope that we will continue to discuss.
Right, sir. So I really love your explanation, sir. And I think one major thing that I have learned from this answer that you've just shared is that a teacher needs to be a lifelong learner. It's not just about just learning once and thinking now I know everything and now I can go and teach in my class for the rest of my career. It is more about, maybe spending 20 to 30 minutes a day, every single day. And, we are saying that there are a lot of things that teachers have to do. But if you can spend 30 minutes focused on upskilling yourself, on polishing your teaching skills, on pedagogy skills, it can really become a beautiful career for you. And, sir.
With your permission, because age is a problem. You are a very young man. I am an old man. Sometimes I can forget. That is the reason. With your permission, our honorable former president of India, Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, he used to go to his class always 20 minutes late in Chennai, Saidapet, in B.Ed college. He was a teacher. He used to go to his college always class 20 minutes late, and in 20 minutes advance, he will come back. For example, his class is 11 to 12. That means he will go by 11:20 and he will come out by 11:40. Only 20 minutes class. For many years, he took no complaint, no bad feedback, no action was taken. Later, he became president of the country. The reason is his capacity is what other teachers can teach or communicate in 60 minutes, he can do it in 20 minutes. Wow. 20 minutes. Wow. That is a record we have in Chennai, Madras, his own college where he was a teacher, student, everything, and Saidapet, Chennai Teacher Education College is there. You can share the library details are available. So teachers should have such a powerful communication. What a person can take in 60 minutes, I can do it in 20 minutes. So wonderful. That is possible only if the stuff is inside. The stuff is inside, exactly. And like Niagara Falls, it should fall. It should fall down any time. So for which again reading is more important. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Wonderful, sir. Wonderful. So, my dear friends, everybody on the call, around 330 people now. Very good, takeaway from this call, from this session right now, from this masterclass for everybody. If you are spending at least 30 minutes per day on learning new things, you would be able to give much more in that 1 hour class. Even in 30 minutes of teaching, you would be able to give much more than teaching for 60 minutes and expecting more for students. But then we have to keep polishing our skills. And just to mention here, a small thing, I've been discussing with Dr. Panchanatham and many other educationists across the country. What if all the teachers of the country could have a technology partner wherein you could just go every day and 30 minutes spent on that platform, and the platform automatically guides you on what should you read next so that you can become a better teacher. That's what we're trying to build, and we would need help from all the teachers, from all educationists across the country to come and contribute to that. Of course, I'm going to invite Dr. Panchanatham to add to our platform in a different way as well, that you could get to learn from him more often on the platform as well. But then the idea is 30 minutes a day, and it will keep your students close to you. So we say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. 30 minutes a day to learning, and you're all the students will be close to you. They will fall in love with you more often. So thank you so much, sir.